Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Doug and I got another topic on baseball caps for you today. Most of my viewers are completely familiar with the scene of fitted caps in 2020. We've had this pandemic, we've had crazy spikes in demands and caps selling out left and right. It's really turned out to be the perfect conditions and perfect timing for a place like the Clink Room to emerge this summer of 2020. And it's been really cool to see, and I wanted to talk about it today because as a fitted cap fan, I just strongly recommend that you check this place out. So the Clink Room is basically a source for custom designed 5950 caps that have user-driven and user-submitted designs. And it really was the brainchild of a couple of guys who have a firm called Brandios that gets involved with and has a long pedigree in sports design, logo design, and major and minor league ball cap design. So it's really had two incarnations. The first one was in the late 2000s, so probably roughly 2009 to 2013 was the first incarnation. Any fans of the original Clink Room could probably correct me on the exact dates. But the second one is the one that we're seeing that emerged this spring and summer, and that is still at theclinkroom.com. And it's where you can see custom designs that are offered for pre-order. They're all custom designs by users, so you have the chance to submit a cap design, put it out for critique and review, try and improve it, try and achieve acceptance and get it placed for pre-order collection on the site. So really, the best designs tend to rise to the top, and that gets you and me a good selection of great designed fitted caps. So in the title of this video, I referred to the fantastic chaos of the Clink Room. What I mean by that is that the designs of the caps here, it's just kind of a free-for-all, and I think it's fantastic, which is why I called it that. There are just so many different submissions because it's driven by a community of users who all have different ideas of where to take some of these designs, and by the time they get posted as a pre-order, they're usually pretty well refined and I think great takes on a wide range of topics. So you might start with, there is a lot of what I would say cartoonish or caricature inspired cap designs. There are some topical designs, like earlier this year there was one called Tiger Kings, which was an obvious reference to the Tiger King series on Netflix. Another one called Bot Pirates, seemingly addressing the fact that with both sneakers and fitted caps apparently now, there are bots out there that are buying all the prized caps in seconds after their release. So there's also some caps that have some obvious cultural references. There was one just recently called the Lot Monster, which was a clear reference to the Sandlot, which is a classic youth baseball movie, of course. And then when you get into more of the designs, you start to recognize, if you've paid attention to anything in minor league baseball, I think it's got some of the same crazy energy that you get with the theme nights designs of some minor league baseball teams, and also the Copa league designs for a lot of the minor league teams when they're playing ball at different times during the year. So in any case, there's just a lot of wild, broad spectrum of designs to be had at the Clink Room, and I think that's one of the greatest things about it. And then one other big item is that there is certainly a recurring theme of the patron saint of the Clink Room, which is really Clink Kong. So an obvious takeoff on King Kong. He's an ape, and he appears in a lot of different themes on different caps. And it seems that there's always a Kong version of a cap design available at any one time. Now, I have seen him so far this year cross over with a Dracula theme. I've seen an 8-bit Kong design, I've seen Nerd Kong, I've seen Samurai Kong, I've seen Kong 2020 is now up, Astronaut Kong, you name it. The whole spectrum is covered, and it's only a matter of time before you're going to see the next cap offered with a Clink Kong designed in it. Clink Kong, the symbol with the two cross pencils behind the silhouette, also appears on the back of every Clink Room design. Clink Kong is the unifying element of all the caps that you see here. When you create a cap that's for sale on a pre-order, I think it does a lot of things that are mostly good for this industry and for cap collectors in general. It's one version of a crowdsourced business model, so it truly is kind of a survival of the fittest model. So the best designs will generally rise to the top because they have a minimum threshold that you must meet for the cap designs to go into production. So they're put on the site for a limited period of time. They collect the pre-orders and they specify an eventual shipment date. But at the cutoff date, if they have not met the minimums, the caps do not go into production. So it really does bring the best designs up to the top through the pre-order model. Now, secondly, I think the pre-order is a great antidote to what we've all seen in the cap market this summer, which is, surprisingly, amidst this pandemic, there's been this huge renaissance in fitted caps. And as soon as new caps are released, they're bought up in minutes or sometimes even seconds. So the pre-order kind of gets at that. You get a full range of choices. You can order it and you know you're going to get the one that you want and the size that you need. So the pre-order takes care of all of that, and I think that's a really good ingredient right now. It should be said that Hat Club started pre-orders, I think, in late 2019 on a larger scale with their Sugar Skull designs. And then I've even seen some smaller specialty fitted retailers like My Fitteds also offer pre-orders just within the past month or so of my recording this. Every time they close a window, which is usually once on Sunday nights every week, when they close that pre-order window, I've seen probably an average of about 5 caps out of that week's offers go into production. So if you did pick one out that did not meet the minimum, then you get a pretty quick refund from the Clink Room for your entire purchase price. So it's a pretty good deal. There's no risk. You'll get your money back if it doesn't hit it. But they do not broadcast what is close to meeting the minimum, so it's still kind of a blind purchase, and you got to wait till the order date closes to find out which ones have gone into production and met the minimum. So for everyone else in the cap business, what does this really mean? Well, to me, it's really pushing the envelope on design, which I think is a great thing. Especially after we had some real dud collections this year. I was highly disappointed with the New Era Spring Training collection for 2020. And it really has been, because of the pandemic, it's really been kind of lean in terms of offering new collections. So I think a lot of the demand and the hunger for fitted caps has moved to more specialty retailers. There's been kind of this explosion of custom designs in caps through some of the smaller online vendors. And I think this, again, is a perfect time for the Clink Room to reemerge and kind of really push the design envelope to keep everybody else on their toes. Because, like I say, I mean, I think there's just a fantastic array of different designs being pushed here. And I've bought more than a few caps from the Clink Room on pre-order. And I think it's forcing everybody to raise their game in a certain way. We have seen during this pandemic a lot of items selling like crazy. It seems like everybody has gotten interested in fitteds again. And I think that the Clink Room is kind of feeding the energy of this renaissance, because you get to go there and see all these crazy and custom designs, these great ideas from these terrific creators. And I think it's just a great lab for fitted cap design. And I think it's actually, it feels like it's feeding that fitted cap renaissance that I think I see happening right now. So that's all I wanted to cover today. If you like fitted caps at all and you have interest in cap design, I would give the Clink Room my highest, strongest recommendation for you to go check it out. I included a link right at the top of the description in this video. Below that, you'll find a few other links. I've got a few of my best videos there in terms of shaping, stretching, editing your fitted caps, and maintaining your collection. So check those out if you're also interested. Other than that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.